door-to-doctor transportation, on-site diagnostic testing, on-site prescription services. These are just a few of the conveniences being offered in one location to one of the fastest growing segments of the population, our seniors. Joining me is Dr. Susan Giroir, Medical Director of GenCare Neighborhoods Medical Centers, and Timothy Howard, who is the Marketing and Public Relations person with GenCare. They're joining me to share with you some of the details about what this neighborhood medical center offers. Seniors have a lot of needs that may be specific or very different from our general population. Some may be the same. Convenience is certainly a key factor because not everybody is running around on their own after a certain point in their lives, and they may need some assistance. So thanks for coming on, and tell us a little bit about GenCare and what it represents in the community.
Okay, well, GenCare is a very exciting initiative going on. It's a physician-led primary care group that focuses on senior citizens. We have a fantastic group of very talented doctors and staff who have small patient panels. Small means 400, 450 patients per doctor. Now let me put that in perspective. I bet your doctor, Jan, your primary care doctor probably has 2,000 to 3,000 patients.
And if he's watching this, he'll probably be going.
That's right.
Right.
But
yes.
Our doctors focus on a small number of patients who they want to know well. They want to know their families. They want to know everything about those folks, and we see them often. So GenCare is about focusing on older individuals who may have very complex medical problems, but also need those family supports, and that's where the doctor comes in, becomes part of the family to help that individual in their last several years of life. It's a privilege, and that's our philosophy, is to working with seniors to make the best out of their last years of life.
That can be very reassuring too to someone who is in need of all these services, because anxiety, I'm sure, ranks up there pretty high as one of the many maladies that people are facing, and you know, when you're anxious about being able to make an appointment or make sure that what you're doing, the medications you're taking, are the appropriate ones, or that a caregiver is doing what they feel is supposed to be the correct thing. I mean, that can be a really baffling and overwhelming situation, because meds are really a big part of many people's lives, and as you get older, it just seems to grow.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. One thing about seniors and folks who are, say, over 65 or so, often less is better. And medications are one of the things that we often, as we get older, get more and more. But maybe the better thing is to get fewer and fewer, because these can interact. And that's one thing that our doctors spend a lot of time on trying to reduce the number of medicines to the ones that are essential to really help the person have a quality life without side effects and medication interactions. So that's great that you brought that up.
Yeah.
We also have on-site pharmacy, and you mentioned sort of the one-stop shop. That's something we really feel that's important. Not only is the pharmacy right there when the patient comes and sees their doctor, they leave with their medicines that their doctor has handed to them one by one. Here's what's the blood pressure medicine, and here's the one for your cholesterol. Any questions? And there's nothing like having your doctor talking to you about the medicines as they're handing them to you. That avoids all those long waits at the pharmacy, but also you have the person who's giving them to you and prescribing them is the one who's going to teach you about them.
And they're not talking in code, which is a really important thing too, because there are a lot of things that can fly right over your head, regardless of your age, because medications can be a very puzzling aspect of maintenance, health maintenance, as well as you know, improving or treating a condition. As a GenCare marketing person, you certainly try to get the word out in as many ways as possible. Your locations are numerous, and in this area you have how many?
Well, actually in this area we have 4 locations: Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Newport News, and Portsmouth. What I do in my marketing, we work closely with the doctors. We go out into the community. We are the door opener. We want to make you feel comfortable and reassure you what the services GenCare has will fit your needs as a senior. As she spoke on to how you want seniors to have less and less medicines and things towards that nature. One thing we do at GenCare is coordinate healthcare. And as marketing, we put that out there to get you to understand that We have a referral section. And what that means, a lot of times you deal with setting your own appointments. We at GenCare take care of that for you. We want you to get up in the morning to know when you come to your doctor's appointment, you just come to see your doctor, and you can go home with a smile. We make sure on the marketing side that we take care of everything question you have before you come to your first appointment.
Wow.
So we go out into the community, but we also bring them in, and we tour you before you come. So you can see every aspect of the business to get a better understanding of what you're going into. And at this time of year, it's called AEP, Open Enrollment Period.
Okay.
This is the time where all but seniors especially can change their insurances.
Okay.
And we want them to come in right now to GenCare between now and December 7th and come see what GenCare has to offer. We work closely with a company called Humana, and there'll be representatives there every day of the week from 7:30 to 4:30. And we want to reassure the seniors that what we do at GenCare will help you have less hospital visits and live longer. So, of course, with Dr. Jawad and Wetty Chins, who created GenCare, we want to make you feel like a family. And with marketing, we don't look at you as a patient, we look at you as family. So we want to get that across to you.
Okay. You mentioned, you know, this open enrollment period, which is key. This is for Medicare, Medicaid. You mentioned Humana as being part of that mix as well, so that people are wondering, you know, how do I pay for this? This is one of the things you explain, and you also have a location in Norfolk that is on East Brambleton Avenue, and this location has been there for how long?
We've been there going on 4 years now.
Okay, but you're getting ready to expand.
Yeah, we're actually doing a little expansion, and Dr. Jawad can talk to that also. The building used to be a doctor's office for multiple doctors, but we acquired the building, of course, and now we're going to do some things to help seniors come in more, not just for appointments only, but we do events, bingos, and Dr. Jawad can attest to that. Last Saturday, we actually had a senior line dancing across the country.
Oh my.
And they came to Norfolk, and Dr. Jawad took part in that and did some dancing with the seniors. We had some bingo, gave them some snacks, and they toured the complex. And what we want them to understand with what we're doing here in Norfolk, but all the GenCares, that we want them to come in and get an understanding. And that's what we do at GenCare. We want to ease your pain and fears about your doctor visit. We want you to feel family, and with Dr. Jawad being Tidewater, our Director of Doctors, she'll make sure every doctor treats you like family, and we definitely stay in line with Dr. Jawad too.
Well, good. Well, clearly you've got good relationships and with the community too. They've just told me I'm out of time, and I cannot believe it because this flew by. We put the number up on the screen, so give them a call, find out more. Dr. Jawad, thank you so much for taking the time to come here. And Timothy, great. I'm sure we'll be hearing more from you in the future. And remember, open enrollment. Don't forget to give them a call.
Thank you, Jan.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us. Take care.